Everywhere burst few hours ago as Pastor Kumuyi finally cried in a live interview amidst the video that he did to betray Nigerians after the election. Immediately after the election, Kumuyi came out to pull his support for Bola Ahmed Tinubu amidst the shenanigans, the criminality and the rascality that took place in course of the election. Kumuyi came out to defend Bola Ahmed Tinubu illegitimate victory. According to report, you will see in this very video, Shehu Okinbaloye finally finished everything amidst everything that is happening. Nigerians are against Kumuyi right now. You will see things for yourself. So I would like us to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share this video, just do well to share it. Share it to the social media platforms. Let it go viral, and if you can share it, just like it as you're watching it. Like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. Just stay connected. You will see this grace few hours ago. I'm coming back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should leave the fight for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG TV. For those of you coming across this channel for the very first time, ensure you click the red subscription button appearing in your video screen, and at the same time click the notification bell icon so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, YouTube will easily let you to know. Kasala burst few hours ago amidst what happened to Kumuyi. Kumuyi is the founder and the pioneer and the general overseer of the Deeper Life Bible Church and all of that, but after the election a video circulated on media where Kumuyi actually came out to speak about Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The drama that took place in course of the election is a very, very sad drama because according to report, a lot of people did not put their support for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and Tinubu himself actually affirmed that people did not support him. Tinubu came out in a live video and made known to the general public that I know that you did not support me, but I have been your president, I have become your president. That's to tell you that Tinubu actually buy his way into power. That's why a lot of people actually saying, they said Tinubu buy his way into power. He paid INEC, he paid Nigerian Security Operative, he paid everybody, he even paid the judiciary, because according to the report, Obi took him to court, and after Obi took him to court, we saw the drama that took place in court and everything that actually happened. And after all these things, Kumuyi came out to make it known to the general public that it was God that put Tinubu there, that Tinubu will do miracles and wonders in that presidential seat that people believe that he stole. Kumuyi came out after all the drama that took place, said it is God that made Tinubu to be the president, that God is going to perform wonders through him. Now Nigerians are burst out in their thousands, and you will see what Shehu Okinbaloye actually said in this very video. You will see Kumuyi cried few hours ago. I missed the video that took place, I missed the interview, I missed everything. You will see everything that happened. So I would like guys to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share this video, just do well to share it. Share it to different social media platforms. Let it go viral, and if you can share it, just like it as you're watching it. Like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. You will see the drama that have been happening right from day one that Tinubu actually got into office. You can see the way social media is actually exposing a lot of it. Social media is exposing the rascality, the shenanigans that is taking place in the political zone and even in the Christendom. All the criminality that have been taking place, that they have been doing to our fathers and our forefathers, and we are not seeing, and it's not getting to everybody. Social media is actually unveiling the buttocks of these people. The way the politician actually weaponizes religion against the people so that the people will not rise against them. You will see it. A lot of Nigerians' eyes are actually opening with the way churches are going on. Church is now being mixed with politics. Pastors are now indulging themselves in politics, which is not even against the Bible, but they are engaging themselves in dirty politics. The politicians that are putting the people in higher poverty, they are impoverishing the people and all of that. The pastors are actually working in hand with them. Their works are intertwined and interwoven. That's what is happening, and Nigerians are not okay with it because Nigerians are actually bleeding for this. You can see the way things have hiked up in the country, and Nigerians believe that there is the handwork of Nigerian politicians and Nigerian pastors alongside, because when the people wants to rise against the politicians will go to their pastors so that they can pay their pastors according to the report, and after paying their pastor, the pastor will come to the podium to just mind-rule the people. They play on the mind of the people, they play on the intelligence of the people, and they put the people in cage with the mindset that they put on them and with kind of doctrine that they impose on them. And that's to tell you that the pastors will tell the people that if you should rise against a government, it is a sin. thing. They know how to package all those things. They know how to say all those things. They will make you to understand that the problem of Nigeria is not Nigerian politicians that are embezzling money. They will tell you that it is a demon that is embezzling money in the Aso Rock. They will tell you that it is a demon that is in charge of Nigeria, that is making things to be working hard in Nigeria, that is making things to be going down in Nigeria. They will tell you that it is not the work of the politicians that fail to perform their duties in their constituency. They will tell you that it is not the handwork of the governor that is supposed to do the right thing in the state. They will tell you that it is the devil that is in charge of Nigeria that is making Nigeria to be miserable. But their secret is finally out. Kumuyi came out, and a lot of Nigerians were surprised in 2023 when Kumuyi came out after the obvious rigging of APC and all of that. Tops coming out in different polling units, beating people and telling people who to vote for. If you are not voting for APC, go back to your house. Those are the slogans or the talks that were coming out back then. You know, police were there in different polling units, but with the fact that police were there, the Tops still did their shenanigans for APC. They still beat a lot of people, and they still stabbed some people like Lady Jennifer in Lagos State and all of that. I wanted to vote for Labour Party and all. You see everything that actually happened, but the same thing happened, and Kumuyi still came out and still tell Nigerians that they should put their support for TINUBU, that it is God's choosing, that it is God that actually chose him on that seat. Now, Kumuyi ran out of Nigeria. He relocated to UK, the country that is well built by the people of UK. Now he ran out of Nigeria. He couldn't face the suffering of Nigeria, and now Nigerians are crying out. They said, no, what kind of pastor are you? You will see what Seun actually said in this review. So I would like guys to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share it, just share it, and if you can't share it, just like it as you're watching it. Like it, give it a thumb up. Just stay connected. You will hear what Kumuyi said that sparked the reactions on different media and that caused the dragging and all. And I said that is not enough. You will hear Seun said after he spoke about Edo State governorship election and all of that, you will hear what he said regarding the religion. Just stay connected. I'm coming back again.
So that's why the children of God are not perplexed, and their hearts are not palpitating, and their lives are not up and down, and they are not bothered about this is going to happen. Who will be there? Who will be there? The man of God's choice will be there. No worry in your heart. This is happening now because of that. That's what they say. That's happening now because of that. And then people are wondering, how shall we send our children to school if this person comes in? How shall we have enough to eat if this person comes in? How shall we practice our faith if this one comes in? God is in charge.
That have been chosen in the cabinet, they are not new people that have never done anything. If you look at them one by one, you'll see the good things they've done. If we support them, if we are not, criticizing every step and they don't know where to stand, if we accept them and we believe that God will work through them, He'll use them as instruments to build our nation. Let's forget the past. This is a new day, and I believe, and we all believe, we're going to see new things for our country through our president and through the members of the cabinet. Good things will happen.
I'm from Nigeria, but I'm based in London, United Kingdom now. We belong to the Deeper Life Bible Church. By the grace of God, I'm committed to coming over again. As the invitations come, I will come by the grace of God to see how to fellowship and how to be a blessing to the people of God and to the country.
Sometimes I look at Nigeria, I feel we are not ready. You cannot collect a nation on election day. Election day was compromised because you were compromised. I don't understand how we understand this about marriage. That if somebody, please get my word in context, is a goat, you put suit on the goat on wedding day and say, goat, you are married. Say, you are married to a man. You do the man. This is your wife, man. The wife now say, in the name of Jesus, change him, Holy Ghost fire, man. You took a goat to polling booth and say, now that you have won, change now, receive grace, man. You want to change the nation, we pray, okay? Very, very important, because sometimes we must understand these things are also spiritual, but there are physical principles that must not be what? Neglected. How do you know that somebody stole his way to power and you still came out as a man of God and say God gave him the power? Can we also agree as a pastor, sir, that if somebody collected your wife now, God gave him? No, it must be it must be balanced. Somebody stole the commonwealth of a nation, you said God put him there. How will God bring a person to the right place with the wrong method? God. You cannot snatch the entire nation through fraudulent means and say God gave it. Which God? It was stolen.
Some partisan conversation about the race. Who is likely to win the election? There are 17 candidates in this race. There are those who are touted as a frontline candidate. Could there be an upset? It's always been a two-horse race in the Edo governorship election over the years, and we've seen the likes of Adamso Sh.Ame emerge, Godwin Obaseki. This time around, Godwin Obaseki is going to be done with his 2 term in office. Then who will be the successor to the PDP's Godwin Obaseki? I'm being joined tonight to discuss this. A former commissioner for information in Edo State and the chieftain of the APC, Kasim Afegbua, Prince Kasim Afegbua, because he says he's royalty too. Thanks so much indeed for coming tonight.
I didn't say it. I'm a royalty.
All right, how are you today?
I'm okay.
Yeah, great.
You, Seun.
Yeah, how's the election shaping up, especially for your party?
Very well, so very well. We remain the party to beat.
You are the underdog in your party.
How can?
Out of power.
APC is very strong in Edo State.
How?
Out of House of Rep members, 9 of them, we have 7. PDP has 1, Labour has 1. Out of 3 senators, we have 2. Labour has 1, PDP has none. So if
House of Assembly,
they have 12, we have 9. Labour has 2. So if you look at the political dynamics, we are the party to beat.
But if you look at it, Kasim, and you've been on the ground for a while now, in 2012, you look at the election, there's been a mix of how this, in fact, when Comrade came into office, there is a dynamics of how Comrade became almost an orphan in the midst of the political gladiators. It was similarly just there, and it was trying to find its feet politically speaking. You look at 4 years later, 2016, when he ran into office, things seem to have changed. But usually, you always have governorship election in Edo State come after the major election year. And you look at what happened in 2019. You look at what happened in 2023. The presidential election are usually a departure from what happened in the governorship election. So there are those who will say you cannot take away the factor of the Labour Party, which looks like a third leg. It has been a race between the PDP and the APC over the last few years. But the Labour Party is possible to do an upset.
Well, there won't be an upset if you are referring to Labour Party, because one, the candidate of the Labour Party is from Edo South, from Benin, where Governor Obaseki comes from. After 8 years of Governor Obaseki, the general understanding is that power should shift to Edo Central, which is the Ishan-speaking.
Is that agreed upon?
Well, politics is all about sentiments.
Because it favors your party, though.
No. You forgot I also tried to contest governorship. I'm not from Ishan. But the prevailing mood and the sentiments in this period is that power should go to Edo Central, because they said that Sh.Ame has done in Edo North, Obaseki has done now in Edo South, Lucky Bunede also did. Osumbo's own time was terminated 1 year, 7 months, and so this is just an opportunity for the Edo Central people to take a shot at the governorship race. And so for an Olu Akpata to try to, pull the dark horse scenario may not work, because if you look at the election of 2023, which you refer to, Peter Obi was the attraction amongst, the younger elements in Edo State. They wanted Peter Obi, and so they won the presidential election. But the other elections that were held the same day, same time, House of Rep and Senate, they couldn't win. APC dominated all of those elections. And so
have you seen how Labour Party is being received on the ground? Peter Obi, Aisha Yesufu, Yakubu Gatti.
I promise you that Aisha cannot deliver her polling unit in Agbede, where she comes from. Tell her that day she should post the results she is going to give us in Agbede. Let us see. It is not about carrying crowd. The crowd will be there. But we are talking about organic crowds that actually resonate with the candidate, of the party.
I mean, the Labour Party will tell you that they have the poorest of the poor, the mama papa.
Their presence,
and that it is the party of the people,
And Olu Akpata is from the senatorial district with the highest voting population in Edo State.
We know, but don't forget that Olu Akpata cannot rake all the votes. It's not possible. So you have.
But what if he gets the majority of the vote in the largest voting voting block?
There are criteria you must meet. You must score majority votes in 2/3 of the local governments of the state. That means 12. Or at most 13. So if you take the 7 local governments of Edo South, which I know very well that we're going to beat Olu Akpata anyway in Edo South, if you take all of that one out and you look at Edo North and then Edo Central, there's no way that Labour can pull any surprises as far as we are concerned, you know.
But in the scheme of things, why does it look like your party has been boasting around town that you are going to use federal might against the PDP? And the PDP has been raising an alarm and saying that your party has been boasting and you cannot really win the real vote except if you rig. Why is your party thinking of rigging? Is that its strategy?
No, please. Seun, please, all of this blackmail that Debo Olugwagba, the public secretary, and all of Obaseki and his lieutenants, all of this narration is just to give a dog a bad name in order to hang it. As far as we are concerned, we are very much on ground. We campaign around all the 192 wards in the state. They didn't do that. We campaign around all the 18 local governments. And so we have our supporters who are itinerant supporters of the APC. When you talk about boasting about federal might, how I wish I can get federal might, Seun. Personally, I would want a federal might.
Is it not what the same thing? Listen. Is it not the same thing that the PDP is saying that their members have been arrested?
No.
As a show of federal might, according to the PDP.
No. You listen to the spokesman of the police. He gave a scenario. An incident happened July 18th in Benin, you know, when one Inspector Onu Ako was killed gruesomely, broad daylight. We know the people who did all of this. We wrote petitions, we submitted names and all of that. Instead of these persons submitting themselves to interrogation of the police and perhaps, you know, escape from being, you know, complicit in the act, they have been hiding inside government house under the watch of Governor Obaseki.
That you cannot prove.
I can prove it to you.
Do you have evidence? They've been in the government house.
They've been in the government house. They go with him on his convoy. They don't go out and all of that. We have insiders.
Videos of that.
So we have insiders.
Anybody can make those conjectures.
Not conjectures. We have insiders. When they finish campaigning, they don't go anywhere other than government house. They've allocated rooms to them and all of that. Tell them to go and face police. I was declared wanted in this country in 2018. We were quite aware. I didn't hide. I was in Benin when I was declared wanted. I had to call the commissioner of police that, well, if you want to arrest me here, I'm available, or you want me to go to Abuja. He said, go to Abuja. It's the IG that declared you wanted. I took the plane. I came to Abuja, and on the Wednesday, February 6th, I went to the police headquarters. Because if your hands are clean, you don't be afraid of police inviting you to explain the role you play in XYZ issue. And when they interrogated me, they let me go. When I left there, I was invited by the DSS. These places are manned by people.
That your party has been linked in the possibility, like the case of Blessing. How Blessing Agboma was wearing a spy uniform. How members of the PDP are being picked up. A lot of issues are being raised.
Listen. I told you, I said, how I wish I have a federal might to uproot Governor Obaseki, who has been a dictator for some time now.
How do you mean?
Let me tell you, they conducted local.
To say?
Yeah, he has been a dictator.
How
let me put it. There was a local government election last year in Edo State. Our party participated, the APC, and those who won election, the votes were counted and they declared you a winner at the polling units and at the collation center at the local government, were left to rot in the local governments. Those who lost, who are members of PDP, were invited to Benin. Governor Obaseki issued them certificate of return under the watch of the EDSEC, Edo State Independent State Electoral Commission, and gave them certificate of return. All 18 local governments in Edo State are under PDP. Even when some of our candidates won election. Now, we didn't shout blue murder. We didn't crucify Obaseki. We knew that, okay, he's the governor, he wants to use everything. It suits his purpose at that period. You know, he was moving all over the place as the political conquistador of the state. No problem. Now, because he's trying to seek a successor, who is his godson, a man who has told us that he doesn't want to be a godfather. Now, suddenly becoming a godfather, he said it on tape that...
They're about the same age.
No, listen.
Can you call Aswe
no,
the godson to
please. He's been a godfather. He was the one who masterminded how he emerged as the candidate of the party and all of that. Now, suddenly he's becoming a godfather when he criticized, anybody trying to be a godfather, and he's suddenly crying about federal might when he showed state might to subdue us, to prevent our candidates from emerging as local government champions.
So you want to pay him back in the same coin?
I said, if I have my way, I will do that as Kasim Afegbo. I'm not going to pretend about that. And that's why when I hear all this talk about police harassing people, no, police is not harassing you. Why is police not harassing me? If you have been found culpable, by stretch of imagination of the circumstances surrounding the killing of Onuako, please go to the police and explain yourself. The police are human beings. You listen to the spokesman. Fantastic, he gave the position.
So let's look at some of the issues, Kasim. Yes. If you look at it, your candidate compared to other candidates, is he a match? Intellectually, in capacity-wise?
It's more than every other candidate.
In what sense?
You know why? Mm-hmm. Number one, he's electable. He has been elected by the good people of Edo Central. He scored 42,000 votes to emerge senator, defeating a city senator who had second term, Clifford Odia of the PDP. Don't forget that Edo Central has been the hotbed of PDP since 1999, and this young man came and defeated that man and changed the political narratives of Edo Central. So if you talk about electability, none of those candidates you have mentioned.
What about the intellectual?
I'm coming. None of these persons have met that particular point in terms of politics. Now, if you talk about intellectual capacity, how do you measure that? Monde Pabolo is a graduate of Business Admin, University of Abuja. He runs an IT company in Abuja here. He has staff. He has grown his business from a very small business to a big business. And so what makes
why does he feel on the ground? There are some feelers on the ground, and there are from Edo people who are saying that they've not really seen your candidate in appearance, in public appearance, in the media, to be able to present his case by himself, and these are being done mostly by proxies. Okay. Why? Why is that so? Because you've seen the candidate of all our political parties.
It depends on what suits every candidate. Number one, please wait. Number one, the votes
cannot be right.
No, the votes are not on television.
You cannot say, no, that's
listen to me,
right.
The votes are not on TV.
No, you speak to the people.
No, I can choose other platform. I see them directly. I go to the villages. There are rural areas that have not seen electricity for the past 10 years. One of them is Ewokimi, where Pastor Godalo comes from. For the past 8 years, they've been under darkness. Why hasn't he been able to fix that electricity? Do you think people there will watch television? We need to go down there.
What about those elites? Are you saying that the majority of the Edo people
don't have elites sit down in the city centers? They sit on top of their this thing and they watch elections. They say they are frightened by statements of do or die of Governor Basari. They won't come that day. Those who are living at the rural areas are the core elements of the voting process.
The way you are describing the people of Edo, I know a lot of Edo people. They're sophisticated. You're describing them as those people who shy away from from viewing television.
No. You are
and
taking,
even the proprietorship and ownership of media.
No. You are taking words away from me. Let's subject this to the crucible, please. Yeah. Let's subject this to the crucible. I have just given you a research topic. Go and research and compare those who watch television in the rural areas and the urban centers, and those who actually participate in the actual voting. An elite will not stay under the sun for 4 hours waiting for his turn to vote. The rural woman, the rural poor, the rural people, they will do that. So as a candidate running for election, I would rather go to those people.
So it was a deliberate strategy of the APC and Monday Okpebolo
no, the 10
to
days,
shy away from engagement on issues and campaign matters.
Listen now, you can't be engaging people on TV when your campaign is suffering on the field. The field work is most crucial, and the 10 days end bad governance protest also affected our schedule. So we needed to catch up with 192 wards in the state. We needed to catch up with 18 local governments. We needed to talk to critical stakeholders.
And a 1 hour, 2 hour of television media engagement is impossible. So what about those other candidates who are being engaged?
Unfortunately, none of the media houses wrote to us to invite us for any program.
You think so?
I know so.
I know you do. That you are very wrong.
I know so, sir.
You are very wrong.
No, none of you wrote. You only exploit your friendliness Kasim, by making phone calls.
Kasim, you do your research very well. You are very wrong. You are very wrong. We did right here on Channels Television.
That you want to
plan for a debate. We've planned
you said debate.
No,
I'm talking about interview of Mondo Okpebolo. You never invited him by writing.
By writing.
Yes.
Okpebolo has to be invited by writing before he can.
That is the formal thing to do. So we take things for granted in this country. The formal thing to do if you want to invite a candidate, you invite, you write, you want to feature in this program.
Sadly, you practice this profession and you're talking like in this manner, Kasim.
No,
I'm a bit worried about your position about the manner in which came. I mean, the fact remains that a lot of people perhaps are wanting to hear. Maybe he still has a 24-hour window to be able to do that.
He has been talking to other people. He's been campaigning. He's gone around 192 wards. He's gone around 18 local governments. He's been talking. How else do you want him to sit down on the television?
What if there is an upset like what happened last time when Obaseki defeated your party?
What happened in 2020? We all knew. The scenario has changed. We all knew what happened. Needless to repeat it, because some of us are critical stakeholders, we are insiders. So that scenario has gone. If Obaseki had performed admirably to Edo people, perhaps he may have the opportunity to choose a successor and pursue that aspiration to fruition. But as we speak, Obaseki's performance is abysmal and dismal. And you need to come to Edo to see the rot.
So if people of
and the candidate of the PDP,
people of Edo State choose in terms of the quality of the candidate and they decide to choose otherwise.
I don't know how you define quality on the basis of somebody who has been an advisor in chief. And perhaps in 7 years, Obaseki promised to be there. I'm coming. Let me finish. And that's why who has been an advisor in chief, who advised Obaseki not to build airport in Edo North, because Obaseki promised Edo North airport. He couldn't build. He promised 18 local governments, each of them having a primary health center. He couldn't build. He promised the 192 wards primary health care unit. He couldn't build one. He promised stadia in the 18 local government. He didn't do one. He promised Gelegele port. He couldn't fulfill that. He promised water carriageway from Gelegele to Okpela, where I come from. He didn't do that.
With the economic realities in this country, do you think anybody do you think that this might be a disadvantage for your party in Edo State?
It is not. It is not. You connect, the voters know the candidates. They connect with the candidate. And Okpebolo has been doing so much for people in Edo State, to the extent that you just need to go out on the street and see the way people are crying.
So despite what is happening at the center, people will still go in Edo State, vote for.
Even what is happening at the center is relative. That's the truth.
Really?
Yes, it's
the hardship is relative.
You see, let me tell you.
Some of you, the rich,
it's not about some of us, the poor. It's about all of us agreeing that we are ready to move our country forward. You see, we always see government versus the people. It shouldn't be. It has to be a symbiotic relationship.
When people cannot feed,
traffic and all.
When people cannot feed.
When people cannot feed.
When people are buying fuel for 1,000 naira per liter.
The global dynamics of economy is not peculiar to Nigeria. Seun, I was just reading yesterday when people were talking about crisis in even China, that we all go to Togo and do things. Do you remember that even China, as we speak, they also devalued their currency at some point? But what the difference they made was that they can produce.
All right,
so there are quite a number of things, issues.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. You can see the way Kumuyi actually spoke in that very video. You know, he made a first video before the election. He was assuring his member that it is the person that God will choose that the person will get there. It is only the person that God chooses that will get into power. That also Kumuyi told his member. He's not even the only one. A lot of Nigerian pastors actually came out to make the same statement. But I say that is not enough after the shenanigans that took place in course of the election, because according to the report, the 2023 election is not a credible election. Because if it's a credible election, even the European Union that came out, the European Union observer that came out to observe the 2023 election, they said the election of Nigeria is not a credible one. They said it's the worst election in the history of Nigeria. That was what they said. The same election is an election where INEC chairman promised to transfer the vote to the IRF portal, and they paid INEC 220 something billion naira to do that. Nigerian government used Nigerian tax money to pay INEC chairman 220 something billion, and I said that is not enough. European Union observer, they gave INEC additional 30 something billion to conduct that same election. But you can see the shenanigans that took place. You can see the way Mama Yakubu came out after the promises that he made in different interviews before the election. You can see the way he actually came out to favor Bola Ahmed Tinubu APC in course of the election. And obviously some videotapes actually circulated where they said that Tinubu actually paid Mama Yakubu some amount of money that is not unveiled allegedly. That was what they said. But as if that is not enough, Obi took them to court, and you can see the drama that took place in the tribunal where the judges were even attacking Obi, the petitioner. I've never even seen a situation where judges attack petitioner in the law court. They were attacking Obi. They were not even talking about Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They did different thing entirely. And I say that is not enough. They favor Tinubu in course of the ruling. And I say that is not enough. They transferred the case to the Supreme Court, and you can see the drama that took place in the Supreme Court. The day that FBI said they want to release the criminal record of 2,000 pages of Bola Ahmed Tinubu in United States, that's amidst the Chicago State University forgery that actually came out. You can see the way the Supreme Court actually reversed the date that they want to make the ruling of Tinubu. On an instance, instead of them to make the ruling on the 20th of December, they reverse it back to around 15th of December so that the ruling will be made before FBI released the criminal record of Tinubu file and all of that. That was what happened. So all those drama took place. I missed all the drama. Kumuyi had the mind to come out. The pastor of the Pali Bible Church, he came out and made that same video that you saw. The second video that I finished watching in this very video. Kumuyi came out to make it known to the general public that it is God that put Tinubu there and all of that. That everybody should put his support. That everybody should support him. Everybody should do this, do that. He spoke to the general public. He didn't even speak to his members alone. He spoke to the general public, the general Nigeria. He said they should support Tinubu, that it is God that put him there. I missed all the rigging and all of that. He said it is God that put him there and God will use him mightily and powerfully. Now Nigerians are asking Kumuyi, is God not truly using Tinubu powerfully now? Fuel price as at then was around 240 naira per liter. Fuel price in some places now is around 1,300 naira per liter. Is God not wonderful? Is God not using Tinubu well? Those are the questions that they're asking Kumuyi in this very video. Those are the questions that Nigerians are actually asking Kumuyi. For people to be dying of hunger every day, for people to be dying of insecurity, kidnappers kidnapping everyone in Nigeria, everything is just working upside down. There's economic crisis and economic downfall. There's hyperinflation. People cannot afford to eat 2 square meals in their house. Even 1 square meal is not possible because the price of commodity of goods in market is very alarming, and people cannot go back to farm because the insecurity that is ravaging the land. Herdsmen are now puffing people in their farms. They are raping women and they are buying men in different farms now in Nigeria, and that is what is happening. And Nigerians are crying every day. And I say that's not enough. Tinubu is making policies upon policies that is reprovisioning the people in higher poverty. They're making policies that is making the people to be going down, and they can't survive in the economic situation of Nigeria. And Kumuyi ran out of Nigeria. That's the third video that I just finished watching. I missed the suffering that Tinubu put on Nigerians. Kumuyi left Nigeria. You can see that same video. He said it with his mouth. He said he have relocated to UK permanently. That was what he said. Kumuyi made it known. You can date back to the video again. Listen to it. He said it's from Nigeria, but is based in UK. Base means he's now fully relocated to UK. It's not from UK, it's from Nigeria. Now he said he's based in UK. That's to tell you that Kumuyi is not amidst the suffering that is ongoing in Nigeria. After deceiving Nigerians, he ran to UK and is now based in UK. A single of the suffering is not getting to him, but many of his church members, they are dying of hunger. Many of them cannot afford to eat one square meal in their house. The suffering and the poverty is getting to them. And after some time, Kumuyi came out, he said he did not relocate to UK and all of that. Then we play back the video. What is the meaning of base? Is it a misconception, or is it an English language error, or all of that? Is it that Kumuyi did not know the right word to use? The meaning of base is you are now staying there permanently. That's the meaning of base. Kumuyi is now coming out to deny it. Now you can hear what Seun Okinbale say. You can see the way Seun of Chinese television in this video that I just finished watching. You can see the way Seun was actually talking to that APC person, and he's making it to his face, and he's making it to his face that APC is planning to rig election in Edo State. Seun have the temerity and the audacity to even say it to his face. He was telling them in their face. He is telling every politician to their face that they rig election. Seun is telling them that they are planning to rig election in Edo State governorship election, which is the gubernatorial election in Edo State. They said if they planning to rig election, that the people will not allow them. If Seun, a broadcaster, a journalist, can have the mind to say to the face of FPC that they rigging election, how much more Nigerian pastors? What Nigerian pastors cannot do is what a journalist, a mere journalist, is doing. A thing that Nigerian pastors cannot come out and tell TINUBU to his face that he rigged election. A thing that Nigerian pastors cannot tell TINUBU to his face that he rigged election. Kumuyi cannot stand and tell TINUBU to his face that he rigged the election and all of that. But God will help him and all. But Kumuyi came out, he said it is God that put him there. We don't really know the God that Kumuyi is actually talking about, because the God that is in the Bible is not a partial God, and God hates partiality. Now, we God allow someone to rig election, the person that God want to ordain, and the person rigged the election. We God allow the person that I want to ordain to rig election. Those are the questions that Nigerians are actually asking Kumuyi. Drop your opinion in the comment section of this video. What Kumuyi cannot say to the face of APC people, APC candidates, APC leaders and politicians, Seun Okinbale, a mere journalist, say to their face that they rig election. Drop your opinion as I'm gonna discuss and that another for you. Ensure you follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG TV and LAJUPOG Entertainment, and on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video. Bye for now.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, be pastor. For LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor with the bar, where politician with the do pass himself. Corrupt leader, all the while you waiting for church. All as LAJUPOG Watch TV.